Look in the mirror, don't know what to say, but I'm happy the man I is.
God damn, we're back in. Today I want to do something a little different, man. We covered this the last week of 2021, so I'm on this trending wave to release a video every day to the last day of the year, which is Friday. So today we're going to do a Q&A. I've never done a Q&A before. I thought, why not do a Q&A? Then we got my honorable mentions, my favorite songs, favorite albums, etc., etc. to close out the rest of the year. It's going to be a video from today, Monday, until Friday, December the 31st, to close out 2021. But today we're going to do the little Q&A, man. I've never done a Q&A before. I watched Q&A videos for the variety of the decade, over a decade now. I've been watching YouTube, so I can finally make a Q&A of my own. I've never done it in the past because I didn't really think I'll get too many questions, but I got a few questions. I would like more questions, but apparently y'all don't love me enough, don't want to know my personal life or anything like that. But I got a couple questions here and there, so I'm like, why not do a quick Q&A to keep this vibe, keep this trend going, to a video every day to close out the video of the year. So let's hop into my first ever Q&A, one of the first videos to close out of 2021. Alright, first off, if I butcher your name in any kind of sort of way, I'm sorry. Pronunciation of names is always not the best thing, especially if it's a crazy username or anything like that. But the first username comes from Daytwan Azamin, because that's pronounced correctly, and he asked me, who is your dream collab? I didn't know what he meant by first, so I asked him for clarification. But who do I want to make videos with one day? I don't know. I would like to make videos with a lot of different YouTubers that I've been watching, past and present. Jesse from Prank vs. Prank, if you remember him, Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, MKBHD, Marquez Brownlee. We want to talk about reaction music channels, Sean C, Miami, Blackie Speaks, definitely them, I guess in the music like reaction channel community. But this is a variety of people from a variety of different worlds: tech, vlogging, photography, videography, filmmaking, music reaction channels. Like I've been I've been watching YouTube since its birth, so I know I'm watching a variety of different cross of different YouTube channels and different genres and niches and worlds and stuff like that. So it wasn't be any one specific. It's a variety of people I would love to collab with, make a video with, meet initially. Honestly, just meet people more so than make a video content with. But those are just some names that come from the top of my head. Next comment comes from Evan G Dub. He asks, "What's your top 3 favorite artists of all time?" Now, I've been hinting about this. People have asked me this many times, many different ways. Comment section of my videos, like the recent Nas video, people saying, how is Nas not your number one, etc., etc. But the thing is like, I hate top lists, best lists. Who's the best of this, best of that? It's not even just music. It's like, who's the best photographer? Who's the best filmmaker? Who's the best, whatever it might be. I hate the best list because it's like, it's always subjective. It's always like, you might like him for this thing or this thing or this and the other thing. Who's your best? I'm more so like, who's your favorite, who's your current favorite, because it's like, what's your favorite, what's you listening to, what's catching your ear, catching your heart, your soul, etc., etc. So that's what I enjoy more so than saying who's the best at overall at this, because there's so many different things, especially when it comes to rappers. Who's the best rapper? It's like, how do you evaluate? Is it just pure lyricism, flow, pockets? Is also their features? Are they good at features now, just throwing away verses out here? The music, you know, some artists just more so making music than being technically sound as a rapper. So it's just like, there's so many different ways to evaluate that question, so I never evaluate. I'd like to go with my favorite artist right now. Obviously it's Logic, number one. From beginning and end of the discography, I've always been able to listen to his music from beginning to end for the most part. So there's been a couple albums that as of late that's been not hitting, but that's besides the point. Still got a lot of music in the past. Still got a couple songs here and there from the present. So definitely Logic. There's a lot I've been enjoying lately. I mean, Kanye West with Donda was absolutely insane. But I don't know, my favorite list is, because I like listening to a lot of music, so it's not always like one particular artist that, oh, I like enjoying his music more so than anyone else, besides Logic, of course. So I don't know, it's hard for me to answer this question, but hopefully that kind of satisfies. It's just so many artists that's constantly coming up with music, it's kind of hard for me to pick just one, and a bunch of others. Next set of questions comes from Instagram. So I asked this on Instagram and I also made a community tab on YouTube. So definitely make sure you check up on the community tab channel and post as much as off there. Definitely follow me on Instagram and especially Twitter for all the shenanigans and random tweets, and just Twitter is always a good time. So definitely follow me across Twitter and Instagram. Links are always in the description, pop-ups on the screen, etc., etc. So this person asked Film ASRA. I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced. Phil Massara? I don't know. Which camera do you suggest for video editing? That question is kind of weird because you can't have a camera for video. So I'm gonna try to answer this. So the camera I use is the Canon EOS RP. I've had this for over a year now. The other camera I have is the SL2, but the first camera I first started off with is the T3i. This was way in the background. So I use different cameras over the years, over my YouTube journey, but I'm currently using the EOS RP. What I recommend is the Canon EOS SL2. This is probably cost like maybe $300-400 used. So that's a good price point, and also is like has detachable lenses that you can put on there to get different focal lengths and stuff like that. So that's what I recommend. And like your question is kind of weirdly, but for video editing, I use a Mac Mini. I've been using that for a couple months now. Absolutely insane. It's the new M1 Mac Mini. Before that, I was using the MacBook Air, the 2019 MacBook Air. And before that, it was a Dell laptop. So I've been using a variety of different tech options, but I'm currently using the Mac Mini to edit all my videos since like midway through November or October, somewhere around there. And I'm currently using the EOS RP for recording, and the mic. Why not? The mic is the D3 Mini, I believe it's called, and the lens I'm using is the Sigma R 35mm. This whole setup is so much. It's so much setup. I made a video earlier this year. I made a video detailing the equipment I use, but some things have changed, some things have been added on, but hopefully that helps you. So now we have come down to the final two questions. Comes from my good friend Christy, my good friend Nicole. She comes with two questions here. She says, what is your dream shoot? I don't really have a dream shoot. It's more so working with other people. I would love to work with a variety of music artists. Logic, J. Cole, Kendrick, Kanye West would be absolutely insane. It's more so honestly meeting them more so than doing like a photo shoot with them. It's not like a concept per se. It's more so working with artists, people I look up to. Christian Guzman, Max Tuning. Why am I drawing blanks of people that inspire me? It's more so working with people that inspire me for not only creativity, music, photography, video making, etc. So it's more so just meeting them and just talking with them, because it's just like you look up to these people. You always see these people through a screen, a cell phone screen, laptop screen, a monitor, etc., etc. So it's gonna be good to meet them and then just document their life per se. I would love like to document someone's life, someone's day to day, etc., etc. So that's kind of what my dream shoot would look like. And the last question to close it out: what inspired you to start photography? It's more so just I wanted to actually initially make YouTube videos, but I didn't make a YouTube video until after I started doing photography. So I initially got my first camera, the Canon T3i, to start making YouTube videos, but for some reason never jumped the gun until later in 2018. But what really got into me is like I always watch people more so make videos, make photos on Instagram, on YouTube, etc. So like I said, I've been enjoying YouTube now for over a decade, which is absolutely insane how long I've been watching YouTube. Before it was becoming one of the most popular platforms on the planet, I've been watching YouTube. So it's more so wanted to create content, more so video at the time than photo, but it's kind of become equal at the same time. To make video, photo content. So I came inspired by them, trying to mimic them, copy them, take things from them, and then kind of manipulate them and create it into my own. So that's kind of how I got into it. It's not exactly per se what single thing or what single moment occurred for me to buy a camera and start doing my own things. Kind of like a multiple of things all coming together and coming into making photos and videos. So that's kind of how that came together. Hopefully that answers your questions, Christy. Hopefully that answers your question. And that concludes my first Q&A of my YouTube channel. Hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully I can do this more often. Hopefully y'all will ask me more questions. Only got five questions in total. I would love to do more Q&As, more personal. Maybe y'all get more into my personal life and how I go about things, how I do things, my perspective of things, etc., etc. So definitely, if you have any more questions, leave in the comment section below. Maybe I'll make another one sometime next year. So definitely leave questions down below. Maybe more so about personal life, how I do things, how I move about things, my perspective on things, etc., etc. So hopefully you thoroughly enjoy, and I hope you do this more in 2021. So if I like the video, please like the video. I got more content like this always coming soon, so please subscribe. First ever Q&A. It's weird. It's a little bit. I've always watched these over the years. It's weird to make something one of your own. See you next video. Peace.